Hi, I'm Lay with LayShidell.com. I have a training here for you today. Let's talk about Google OneDrive. What is it and what kind of resources are really available with this tool? So I'm going to take you over to the display screen and I'll get you started here. Okay, so now we're looking at Google Drive, and you need to have a Google uh, Gmail account. Once you've created a Gmail account, you can easily go to drive.google.com and you will be able to log into your Google Plus account, which is created when you have a Gmail account. So to switch, but if you have more than one account, to switch between accounts or to log into an account, you come over to the far right here where you'll either have your first initial or an image if you have one loaded, and we'll just click on that and you can see that it has add account, and so you could add a different account here at this point. And what it does is it goes and it looks up what is available currently, and as you can see, I have a primary account that I do use, and I've just set up for test purposes, and there's really nothing in here. So I'm just going to go back to that. I'm already on that one, so I'm just canceling that. Okay, so what we have here is when you come here, you'll see new. This is a button. If you click on that button, it brings up a list of things: a folder, a file upload, a folder upload, which is an entire folder including its contents, and then some Google type documents. One is documents, one is sheets, and one is slides, and then there's some more information, and we'll go over each of these. I want you to show you though that if you click on My Drive, you get the same thing. So you see that same exact list over here as you saw when we clicked there. Okay, this is an old way, and I believe this is a new button that they've created. So what you have here is if you want to create a new folder here in this environment, we could create a folder called Test, and it would create a folder for me. You could see that folder, and if I want to upload a document, so I would just go here and get a file and navigate somewhere on my computer and pick up a file. I'll just pick up this one, and it's going to copy this into this folder that I've created. So as you can see, it's a lot like using a hard drive, only your hard drive's in the air, if you will, the cloud that a lot of people refer to, which is the Mac version of all of this called iCloud. So this is OneDrive, and then there is also, if you've heard of it, Dropbox. These all work similarly. It's like having a hard drive that just hangs out there in the air. The nicest piece about this, though, is that you can access it with any of your devices. So if you're using a smartphone, you can access this OneDrive account. There will be software that you need to download to use it, but once that's been done, it's real easy to use it like a drive and store all of your information in there. So I'm going to go on up. And to upload a folder is exactly the same thing, only you're uploading an entire folder, and because to save time, I'm just not even going to show you this, but it would be exactly the same thing. It would just be an entire folder's worth of contents. Then what they have, these are the great tools that Google has created. Google Documents is kind of like it is a word processor, and it's kind of like Word. And you set it up when you open one up, it's untitled when you open it, and then you have all the different features that you would have on most word processing. You can print, you can undo things, you can redo something that you've undone, you can paint the format, you can adjust your size, and you can adjust the type of text, all these features, and then all of your features specific to the text, including the color. You can add links, you can adjust whether it's positioned left, center, or to the right. You can adjust your spacing, all of the different features that you would expect to see. And so then you just use it like a normal document. The nice thing is, though, anybody that has a Google account can easily access this, whereas if they don't have Microsoft Word and you send them a Word document, they're going to have a difficult time being able to use that software. And most people are using Google, so they would have access to this information. I'm just going to close this one. We're not going to really create anything. I just wanted to show you that it exists here. And then the next item on here is Google Sheets. Well, if you can guess, that is the equivalent to Microsoft Excel. And so it's a spreadsheet. That's exactly what it is. And it works here much like the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet does. So I'll just take you back out of that one. And then the next feature here that they offer is slides. Well, Google Slides is basically like PowerPoint, your presentation screens. So each one would be a slide, and it's set up basically like that is used. So then they ask us information, do we want to try this? I've never used it, and so they actually have some help to get through these. There's templates on most all of these applications. There's information that it can help you utilize these. Again, the main purpose of using these Google files opposed to specific brand names, most people have access to Google Drive, which then gives them access to all of these different resource file types. You also, if you click on the more at the bottom of this list, you'll see a whole nother list. We have Google Forms. Google Forms is something that I'm planning another training for specifically, which lets you create a whole variety of forms, things like questionnaires, multiple choice answers, simple word answers, a whole variety of different types of forms that you can create. Google Drawing is a little bit similar to Microsoft Paint. And then you have Google My Maps. And My Maps, when I took a look at this one, it brought up a US map. I don't know if that's based on my address. That's what I'm guessing. So that perhaps if you were in India, when you open the screen, I'm betting the India map would be showing here rather than the United States. But I can't confirm that since I'm not there, and that's not how my account is set up. And let's go back in one more time here, and we'll take a look at Google Sites. Now, this was really interesting because I had not seen this before. Google Sites looks like a place to create your own website. Now, I don't know how complex or how simple this is, but that's exactly what this is. And they're prompting me to do all types of additions and such to this because I did not work on it. They also offer a tour. So if you're totally unfamiliar with this, if you're unfamiliar with websites in general, I highly recommend taking the tour before you attempt anything in here. But it looks to have many of the features: text box, images, embedding code, and uploading files, components, creating dividers, accessing Google Drive, Google embedded things such as YouTube, a calendar, maps. You can use Google Documents here that you've created, where I just showed you the documents, the slides, and the sheets. There's also forms and charts that are available for you to put on here. This is from the insert. This is pages themselves, so you'll be able to create the individual pages like you would want on your site. And it looks like you have a few different options, just a few options for styles of websites. Anyhow, that brings a close to this training. I hope you found some value in this, and I look forward to bringing you more in the future. Thanks a lot for spending your time with me. I know you could be anywhere you chose to be, and I really appreciate your spending your time with me. Thanks a lot. You have a good one. Bye-bye.